Perfect. Good morning, Rangers, ladies and gentlemen, people from Llano, Texas, on a Sunday morning coming down, October the 26th, 2025 at 6:19 a.m. and the temperature is 50 degrees outside and I think it's cloudy. I can't tell because it's still dark. But anyway, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. It's the day after yesterday, day before tomorrow. It's right now, and right now went gone. So if there's anything you want to do in life, you might want to get started sometime in the near future. What else? Uh, Never worry about what you right there, cannot change, because there's a lot going on in the world that you have no influence on whatsoever, even if you tried. So relax and enjoy the ride. So, what else? Uh, for your viewing pleasure today, I have something. I'm not sure what, but I got something. And then, yeah, on and on we go. And they may be out of order. I'm not sure what order I've got them in. I just do them and schedule them and keep going. But yeah. So, anyway, what else? Yeah, it's really nice. The fall weather has kind of moved in on us here in Llano, Texas. It's very nice. Inside temperature right now is about 67 degrees inside here. Feels quite nice. And yes, this cool weather makes it hard to get out of bed, babe. But anyway, RV living with the geezer says she probably stays away from doctors. The 98-year-old woman. I'm not sure. I didn't ask her that. She may. Rocky the Rock says, did you get her number or her email? Shoot, it wouldn't surprise me. Is that was her son-in-law that bought your scooter? Did you see what she was driving? She sounds hot. Way to go, Rocky. Jesus. Same person. And is all else if all else fails, she always has her son-in-law to take her swimming. He's only a phone call away. This week hasn't been all that great, and I was wondering if you could drop me off at the swimming pool you told me about at the river, honey. She always has that option. Well, really, she was a nice old woman, and I enjoyed talking to her. Thank you for your comments. B-Boys08, Rusty, our RV home base realtor scout. Yeah, that's me. That's from the Mountain Springs RV park near Carrizozo, New Mexico. $2,400 a year. Pretty damn reasonable. Lori Monson enjoyed this story. Yeah, the 98-year-old woman. Yeah, she was really a fascinating old woman. I mean, 98, come on. Show a little respect for that lady. Sue Palmer, I looked up where you are, and you're right smack in the middle of Texas. Have a good weekend. Yeah, between here and Lampasas, I think the heart of Texas would be pretty close to right here. Yeah, no, it's a good spot. If you're going to go anywhere in Texas, everything's still a long way from here. It's a 5-hour drive to Brownsville, probably a 6 or 7 hour drive to El Paso. It's a long way. Electronic repair for you. What a good idea. That was on the portable washer, the spin dryer, Giantex. Yeah, that's the one I have out in Carrizozo now. It works. I've used it several times. Michael Unwoody, thank you. You're welcome. That was on the Thar Axera radio in a Class C motorhome that wouldn't work. And I finally found the reset button. It's a little pinhole on the left-hand side that I had to find with a magnifying glass. But once you punch that reset button, it'll work fine. Althea, love stories like this. Yeah, on the woman. Yeah, I do too. That's why I said I thought it was uplifting. She was 98, still in good health, had a good attitude. No negativity came out of her mouth at all. And no, she was very nice. Alvin Masso, nice video on the casita. Yeah, that was a review after 4 months now. I've been in it Well, let's see. I picked it up first week of April, May, June, July, August, September, October. About 7 months here now. Life and Times of Crazy Patrick. You received the comment from the folks in Wichita Falls, Texas. I was driving trucks at the time of 911. Had spent the night in Wichita Falls. Had just got up and got on the road when it came on the radio. Guess no one will ever forget where they were that day. Yeah, it's kind of like the Kennedy assassination. It just kind of, they drive it in your brain. This is Paul's Tough. This is on a video I did, God, I don't know, 6 years ago on Donald Trump. He says, by supporting Trump, you are saying I want to be led by a dictator who will seek retribution on my enemies, real or perceived. Vengeance is mine, so saith the Lord. Well, vengeance is mine too. You leave snotty comments here and I'll feed you to Matilda, okay? But anyway, that's fine. You're cool. Belinda Salinas, we had rain, lightning, pea-sized hail, and between 1 to 3 inches of rain. Funny, but they never mentioned how much rain fell in Fort Clark Springs or Brackettville. Well, they're not big enough to justify news, But anyway, thank you, Brian Barbie. Good story. You could be that lady someday. Is it time for a Hunt Brothers pizza yet? Not yet. No. When I got here, or actually when I got back from my trip to Fort Clark Springs to pick up some stuff, I got me. It's just a personal pizza. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a kind of a franchise like Hunt Brothers, and it makes like 4 slices, small slices. So I still have 3 of those left. This is Alf Pup. Hello from Santa Fe. Golden trees and bright blue skies here. Best time of the year. It could be. The fall could be really pretty in Santa Fe. Yeah. Alvin Masso, great video on the 98-year-old woman. Thank you, Alvin. Tom says she was excited to chat with a handsome young man like Rusty. Well, I don't know about that. I think I initiated the conversation, but no, she was very friendly, and I just thought it was a good human interest story. D. Anderson, I bet she drinks plenty of water, swivels, and stands guard at the door of her mind. I also bet she was checking out Rusty's butt in the checkout line. That's a weird comment. You and Rocky the Rock. She was an old woman. That's all. She wasn't hot. And she wasn't checking out my butt. She was just an old woman that I talked to, and I enjoyed the conversation. Lady Lee, where's the gang, Rusty? Miss seeing them. Well, there's a couple of them. Are they up there now? No, they keep falling off. For some reason, I can't get them to stick up there. I use that 2-sided Velcro tape or 2-sided tape, and that doesn't work. I tried using Velcro tape, and that doesn't work. So they may just have to come down, and the gang will be in a bag. Grateful Graham, good afternoon, Rusty. Love this. My mom turns 85 today. Have a great day. Much love and many blessings. Yeah, 85 is a good number. This is Grateful Graham. Good afternoon, Rusty. Love this. Oh, I already read that. We'll do 3 more here. Bad Driver. Happy weekend, Rusty. Yeah, same to you and all you guys. Enjoy what's left of the weekend. Francis Ebeke. Great. I like the part of if you can't drink, smoke, or chase the opposite sex, then why bother living? Well, those are. It's just she was just being cute, but yeah, that was funny. She's very alert. That's life. I have been there and have family there. Miller's has great dried sausage and meats. Yeah, they got Miller's, Inman's, and Cooper's barbecue places here. That was on the cab in Atlanta. We'll do. Well, we got 2 more here. HHS 73 girl. Greet each day with a grateful heart. Yeah, I think she does. That was on the old woman. This is the last one. Well, not really. We got plenty. I looked at the deal wrong. We'll go on. Always be true to you. That lady knows that nothing except how you have treated your body comes with age. Her belief system is why she is still here. Too many believe that aches, pains, and illness come with age, and that is just not true. Only 2% of the nation will ever need nursing centers or home health care on a permanent basis. Yeah, I kind of subscribe to that too. I don't think that a lot of people end up in rest homes or whatever. They just die a natural death and they're out of here, you know. But anyway, thank you. This is That's Life. Thank you. That was on the Casita travel trailer pricing, an older video. They're around 30,000, you know, with tax and everything out the door, probably 32 in that range. Art Paris. Rusty, be careful. She is a cougar. Just kidding. Bless you both. Yeah. No, she was just a nice woman. You know, I initiated the conversation. So, yeah. Al Fur, thumbs up. My Venus healer. Rusty, I would not be surprised if you are still in good health at age 98 because your activity level and health is much better than most 88-year-old people. So keep on keeping on and don't rust out. Well, you know, I'll keep doing me, and you know, and what works works, and what doesn't work I'll try to eliminate. You know, calculatus eliminatus. I got some eggs yesterday. They have a little on Saturdays around the courthouse here in Llano. They have a flea market, garage sale, and stuff. And I walked around it yesterday and talked to some people. And I got me I bought a dozen chicken eggs, and they gave me a dozen duck eggs for free. So I got 2 dozen eggs. And last night for a little snack, I had 1 duck egg and 1 chicken egg scrambled, you know, and tastes like eggs to me, you know. Yeah. Anyway, Clint Price says, you too have a good and positive attitude. It absolutely makes the difference in things. Oh, I totally believe that, because if you think positive, you just feel better all over, you know. Life is good, you know. So we'll do these 3 here. Casey Lewis, oh, I got that. Casey Lewis says she definitely has a good attitude. She does. Mr. C.J. Cav, boom. Belinda Salinas, she seems like the type of person I would love to chat with. I used to talk to my mom's elderly friends who would tell me how things were in Del Rio when they were young. Yeah, and that's one of the things that the older folks have is they're walking history books, you know. But we don't take time to talk much anymore. Most things are done by text, and that's about it. Maybe an email. That's a long conversation, an email. But anyway, guys, from Llano, Texas, on a cool Sunday morning coming down here. Yeah, remember that song? Chris Christopherson sang it. Johnny Cash sang it. Sunday morning coming down. Yeah, that was a good song. And then, but with that in mind, thumbs up. Carpe diem. Carpe diem means seize the day in Latin. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. If you're going to buy something from Amazon, use the Amazon link in the description of all of my videos. And what else? Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard. Drink plenty of water, 3 or 4 quarts a day, good for you. Hydrate your body. Then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply, breathe out slowly, relieves stress, lowers your blood pressure. Do that several times a day. And then stretch, swivel, walk, pedal, exercise your body once or twice every single day. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease, carry on, adios, bye-bye, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, aloha, until the next video. On and on we go, guys. Enjoy your life. Adios, bye-bye.